Hello, Mr. America, and all the ships at sea. It's your man, Tim Roberts, 820. The ugliest man in social media. All right, so today I'm going to have a kind of a serious discussion, possibly a sad one. I'll probably tear up a little bit, probably cry a little bit. But I want to do a tribute to my father, who passed away February 14th of this year, Valentine's Day. He was 85. His name is Robert Norman. He was a good man. He was a great man. I loved him, and I miss him so much now. And it's been tough. But he was born in 1936 and lived in the Butler-Kinnelon area pretty much his whole life. He was in Korea for a little while after high school. Right after the war was over, he was over there on an island that was on the just off the mainland of North and South Korea, and it was actually north of the line where the two countries separate. So they could have been attacked at any time. It was only him and 12 other guys on the island, I think. And he came back and started to work at Nabisco, and got saved as a Christian at a Billy Graham crusade. I think in 1956 or 57 or something like that. I'm not sure what year it was. And if you ever heard of a thing called Easy Cheese, it was Nabisco had this like a bottle about that big, and on the top was a plastic a wick kind of thing, and when you push it to the side, the cheese would come out. They call it Easy Cheese. My father and some other guys in Nabisco helped produce that and make that and bring that to the market. He always loved music, brass music. Didn't really like rock and roll or anything like that, or heavy metal or anything like that. But I actually got him to listen to a heavy metal song a couple of years ago. The song Ace of Spades by Motorhead. But it was the band that was playing it was a brass band. There was like a 10, 11 piece brass band that's from like Sweden or Holland or Netherlands or something. One of those countries over there called Heavy Humpa. And they do metal songs, but with brass instruments. And I got him to listen to that. The last year I didn't really notice, but he got kind of slower and he wasn't as energetic as he used to be, and was kind of slowing down a bit. My mom noticed. And back in November, he fell out in front of the house, and he didn't tell anybody, and I'm not sure if he even remember, because I asked him about it. Because the neighbor saw him fall, and I said, well, the neighbor saw you fall. And he says, I don't remember that. So I really don't know. And that started an avalanche of problems that just got worse and worse and worse, and we just couldn't catch up with him. He was rolling down a mountain of pain and misery. We couldn't catch up, and we didn't really know the fall happened until it was way too late. It was like a month and a half, 2 months later, we found out about it. So by that time, that's just way too late, and it already started that whole cavalcade of stuff going on that led to his demise. And I said to him, the neighbor saw you fall. He goes, oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I said, oh, okay. So maybe it affected his memory too. I really don't know. We'll never know now. But he was in and out of the hospital, going to the doctors, and had we known that right up front, maybe we could have stemmed this. Maybe we could have slowed it down. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, towards the end, he had a congestive heart failure, and he was really just slowing down and just kind of slowly down. He stopped eating. He got down to probably 120 pounds. I think when he died, he was probably under 120 pounds, which is like my leg, But yeah, it was rough. And like I said, I wish we could have done something. I wish we could have known about what was happening, but we just didn't know. And so at the funeral, we had some people spoke. I couldn't speak. I get very emotional when it comes to people who die and stuff. And I would have broke down and just never gotten through anything I would have tried to say, but I loved him. And he didn't say I love you very much to people, but you knew he loved you. You just knew. He loved us, and we know he loved us. And but it was just hard for him to say that. It really was. Me, I make sure I say it to my son and daughter all the time. I'd always tell them I love them, because I want to get used to that. I don't want to just not say that. I don't want to just think to myself, oh, I love you, I love you. No, I want them to know that I love them, and do things for them and help them and tell them that I love them all the time. Just don't let that, just say it. If you got a loved one, you got a father, mother still alive, throw your arms around them and tell them that you love them, because tomorrow is not promised to anyone, and they may not be here tomorrow, or you may not be here tomorrow. So, I remember going to the house the last night he was home. He was in a lot of pain, but he wouldn't let Mom take him to the hospital. I mean, he wouldn't let her call an ambulance. And I'm like, guys, ambulance people don't mind. They don't mind you calling in the middle of the night. That's what they love doing that. They love getting in that big truck with the lights and coming out there. They love doing it and blocking traffic. They love to do it. They live for it. So I told my mother, I said, don't do that. Don't put us through that, please. Hospital is a place where you go to get better. It's a place for sick people, and they try to help you. They try to get you to be better. They try to heal your wounds and to cure your illnesses. That's what they do. So he went in I was there Thursday night. He went in Friday morning, and Saturday morning he went into cardiac arrest, and they brought him back. And but I don't think he liked that, because he had the tube down his throat. He was fighting that the whole time. He's pulling the wires and tubes out. I mean, I remember when I was younger, he was in the hospital for a week or two. He had some illness. I don't know what it was. I think pleurisy or something. I don't know. And he hated that experience. He hated the food. He hated being there. And so he does not like going to hospitals. And we kind of know he doesn't. But that's where you got to go. If you're ill, that's where the doctors are. They're not coming to you. You got to go to them. And that's where they are. And so he was fighting us the whole way, and they finally took that tube out, and we thought he was improving, but then a few days after they took the tube out, he just passed away. He just gave up the ghost, I guess. I don't know. It was. I remember I got 6 calls that morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm at work. I'm like, who's calling me at 8 o'clock in the morning? And I look, it's my brother called me 3 times. My sister called me 3 times, and my brother sent me a text, please call me right away. And I knew it was bad. I knew it. So I called him back, and he said, I got bad news. I said, what's that? He said, Dad passed away. I was too shocked to say anything. I don't remember what I said. I just don't remember. It was a blur. It was just a blur. That conversation. I don't remember saying anything. I just don't remember what I said. And then I was at work, so I went to the supervisor in charge. I said, listen, I got to go be with my family. My dad just died. And he said, listen, we'll get someone to take care of your work for you, And so I was able to spend the day with them, and help get arrangements made and stuff like that. And that was tough. That was not easy. And then a week later, we buried him. They did, since he was a veteran, they had some guys come from Fort Dix, and they did a flag thing for him, and they give him on the flag, and it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. But I wish I could have gotten up and said something at his funeral. I emotionally, I was just too much of a wreck. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I'm like that. I'm just like that. So, but I'm saying something now. He was a good man. He was a great man, a great father. Was he the perfect father? Can't answer that question, but I can answer this question. He was the perfect father for me. My mother and father were the perfect parents for me. And I thank God for them. I wanted to do a reading or a song at his funeral. But like I said, I just couldn't do it. So I'm going to do it now, I think. I'm going to do a song called The Old Man. Some of you might have heard of it. Some of you might not have heard of it. The tears have all been shed now. We've said our last goodbyes. His soul's been blessed and is laid to rest. It's now I feel alone. He was more than just a father, a teacher, my best friend. Can still be heard in the songs we shared as we sing them on our own. I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. He may be gone, memory lingers on, and I miss him, the old man. As a boy he'd take me walking by mountain, field, and stream, and show me things not known to kings, the secrets between him and me, like the colors of the pheasant as it rises in the dawn, and how to fish and make a wish beside the holly tree. I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. He may be gone, memory lingers on, and I miss him, the old man. I thought he'd live forever. He seemed so big and strong. But the minutes fly and the years roll by between a father and his son. And suddenly when it happened, there was so much left unsaid. No second chance to tell him thanks for everything he's done. I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. He may be gone, memory lingers on, and I miss him, my old man.